Well, hello again. Hello, party people. Happy Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend. I'm back again, back for another one. This is my second weekly roundup. Everything that I read last week and what I'm hoping to read this week. I also want to give a teeny tiny shout out to my 6 entire subscribers that I have. I know that 6 subscribers is a teeny tiny drop in the ocean that is YouTube. But you're my teeny tiny drop and I'm so excited. Thank you so much, genuinely, for taking the leap into pressing that button on a channel that has only been around for a couple of weeks. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. 6 whole people. Thank you. Anywho, let's get comfy. Let's get settled in for my week in books. Pull up a chair, get yourself a wee drinky. I've got diluting juice today. Just plain blackcurrant. Now that we're all settled in, let's get on with the video, shall we? Another week has passed already. Now I managed last week to finish a total of 3 books. Right the way through from Monday last week to the very, very end of yesterday. I think I finished the last book at about 10 p.m. last night, so I was cutting it a bit fine. We were away for the weekend in Troon, which is on the west coast of Scotland, so I got quite a lot of car reading done, but didn't have a great deal of downtime because I was having family time with the in-laws and the extended family on that side. It's a sacrifice I'm very willing to make. Lovely weather, great company, great people. I'm actually really pleased with my reading last week because I finished all of the books that I had planned on or hoped to complete last week. I do love achieving goals. So let's rattle through the books that I read last week. Finished off my audiobook, Marge Piercy's Women on the Edge of Time, which I think I'll put over here. I felt quite neutral about this book, to be honest. You've got like time travel, you've got really great social commentary on mental illness and gender roles, which I found really interesting. But the book didn't quite have that zing for me. I'll explain why in my full review, or you can have a little look at my blog. The link is in the description below to see my full review on that bad boy. I also finished a book called Still the Sun by Charlie N. Holmberg. This was a really, really good standalone fantasy read. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would, and although it started off slow, it picked up brilliantly, and when everything started to fall into place, you get that feeling of, oh, this is going in an entirely different direction from where I thought it was going, but I like where I am going. That's kind of what happened to me with that book. I really enjoyed it. My full review is already on my blog, and I will be doing a video review very soon. I also finished off this book, The Fox Was Ever the Hunter by Herta Muller. This book won the Nobel Prize in Literature. So as you can imagine, the prose is quite intense. It's very poetic. A lot of it is read between the lines rather than giving you a direct line into what's happening. Again, this one started off really quite slow, but when it started to pick up the pace, my paranoia increased with the characters and my fear increased with the characters, and then my jubilation was all really ramped up towards the end. This is a book about the final few months of communism in Romania, and you're looking at a group of friends who have been infiltrated by the secret police. It's intense, very, very intense, but really great. Super poetic. I can't wait to do a full review on this one because there is so much literary goodness, symbolism and poetry happening in this book that I can't wait to get into the nitty gritty of it with you. So it was a really good reading week, I think. I powered through some intense books and some really great, quick, get your teeth into reads. And I had a great time with all of those books. This week, I've got a couple of little things lined up. So I've just started reading an advanced reader copy of a book that's coming out in February next year. So February 2025 is the release date so far for this book. It's so early on in the production of this book that there isn't a final cover reveal yet. It doesn't have a cover. It's called You Were Fatally Invited, and it's by an author called Andy Pliejo. My pronunciation may be off. Sorry about that. It's like a twist on a locked room mystery. I love a locked room story. I find that sometimes they can be quite predictable. If there are 5 people in a room, one of them had to have done it, right? This one already seems to have a twist on that trope. So you've got a thriller book that is about thriller authors who are on a writing retreat that turns into a locked room mystery. Not too far in, but it really is gripping me already. I'm quite engaged and I really can't wait to finish it. And I'm really pleased that NetGalley and Random House have given me the absolute privilege of reading this book in advance and given my honest review on it. I can already tell it's going to be a good one. I'm also getting started this week on Staunch by Eleanor Wood. I had hoped to have started it last week, but it didn't quite go to plan, so I'll be starting that today or tomorrow. This is about a woman who has a little bit of a midlife crisis. Her elderly aunts and gran help her through this by sharing their experiences back in the day in the British Empire in India. Looks really interesting. It feels like it's going to be quite heartwarming, which is nice. So I'm going to get cracking with that this week and hopefully get it finished off. I've also started a new audiobook after finishing A Woman on the Edge of Time. I have started the second book in the Shepherd King series by Rachel Gillig. I really enjoyed the first one. I listened to that one on audiobook as well, and it's started off pretty strong. Loads of magic, loads of intrigue, a little bit of romance in there, quests, battles against the forces of evil. What more could you want? I did also download onto my Kindle, on a little bit of a whim, The Haunting Adeline duology, as well as the original novella, Satan's Affair. These are all written by H.G. Carlton, and I know nothing about them other than the covers looked really interesting. I'm getting like gothic kind of horror vibes, so I'm expecting maybe a little bit of gore, maybe a little bit of spice. No idea what the plot's going to be about, so we'll find out. We'll find out soon, I suppose. I'm off work now till Friday. Today is Monday, so technically that means that I've got tons of reading time. However, me and my better half are heading off to Pitlochry for a couple of nights on Wednesday night. We're taking the dog, we're taking some beers, we've got a hot tub. So I'm either going to get tons of reading done or I'm going to get tons of not much reading done. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Anywho, that's another roundup done. I'll be back on Wednesday before I toddle off on my little midweek break with my full review of You Shouldn't Be Here by Lauren Thoman, which I finished a couple of weeks ago. Until then, give me a wee like, a wee thumbs up, or give me a subscribe. I'd love to make it to 10. I'm hoping to get to 10 subscribers. Maybe within the next week or so. I reckon that's definitely achievable. So help me out, get me to 10. Thank you so much. You don't want to miss out on that review that's coming out on Wednesday. It's a good one, I tell you. It was a good story. Until then though, have a great week and I'll see you soon. Bye.